Hi, everybody, and welcome to Naptime Nutrition with Baby Bloom Nutrition. So I am a special guest today. Thank you, Baby Bloom Nutrition and Yaffi, for inviting me. My name is Joy Carter, and I am a mindfulness coach and a meditation guide, and I do different workshops and trainings on the topic of mindfulness. So that's what I'm going to be talking with you about today. I'm going to be doing a guided food meditation and talking about mindful eating. So I'm very happy and excited to be here and share this information with you. So the purpose of today's exercise is to just be in the moment, take a moment for yourself, to relax and enjoy the experience. So I'm not really going to be focusing on any kind of weight loss or anything like that. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietitian. I do mindfulness. That's where, my expertise is. So that's where I'm going to focus on. So what I'm really going to be talking about and helping you to do is to just take time to enjoy your food and enjoy the experience of eating it. So what I do is I say I give people little mini vacations throughout their day, where they can just have a moment of peace and calm. You don't have to plan a big vacation or any kind of big thing to be able to have some peace and calm during your day. So, to get started though, I wanted to talk about what is mindfulness. So a lot of people ask about that. So mindfulness is simply being in the present moment without judgment. And meditation, which is what I'm going to guide you through today, is one of many different types of mindfulness. So there's meditations and mindfulness using sound and music and movement. There's lots of different things you can do. So anything that really gets you what people would say in the zone, and when you forget about time and you're just at peace and calm, that is mindfulness. And so today we're going to talk about how to incorporate mindfulness into your eating and your food. So I did also too want to talk about some of the benefits of mindfulness. So some of the benefits of mindfulness are reduced stress, improved patience, and there's also a reduction in your chances of acquiring a stress related illness or disease. And there's many more benefits of mindfulness as well, but those are just a few that I wanted to cover here. So we could all use this, and especially as parents, life is stressful. Then you add kids and toddlers and all the things that go along with that. There's just a lot of stress going on. So mindfulness and especially mindful eating, is something that's really great and can be really helpful to parents and caregivers. So in this meditation, I'm going to have you focus on a piece of food. So if you want, you can grab something now, or you can watch the replay. If this isn't a convenient time for you to go and grab a piece of food, you can watch this on the replay, and then just listen now, and just enjoy the experience by listening. The food that I recommend would be something somewhat small, like perhaps a grape, a raisin, or maybe a section of an orange or an apple. The thing to keep in mind is that we'll be doing 2 bites in this exercise. You can certainly do less or more, but in this exercise, we're doing 2 bites. So if you've got something really little, like a raisin or a peanut or something, even though you're going to be eating the raisin one at a time, you want to make sure you have at least 2 raisins or whatever small item you have. And if you're eating something that's a little bit bigger and would take more than 2 bites, like an apple, you can, section it off, cut it down if you want, or you can go ahead and just take bites out of the apple. It'll give you different experiences, but either way is fine. There's no right or wrong way really to do mindfulness. And the same goes with an orange. You probably want to kind of section it off. And you also want to make sure the food is something that you can hold in your hands. So you don't want to have to use a utensil or something like that, because you're going to be holding it and feeling it in your hands. One more thing before we get started is that I am going to ask you to close your eyes and focus your attention. So if you're not in a place or doing something where it's safe or appropriate to close your eyes and focus your attention, like driving, watching a toddler, something along those lines, don't close your eyes, and maybe do this exercise when it's more appropriate and safer for you to do. So I wanted to kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing here, so that if you decide to apply this to your meals and snacks throughout your day, you'll have a general idea of how to do this, whether or not you're watching my meditation. So what we're doing is as you're eating, you're really enjoying the experience, and you're incorporating as many of your senses into this experience of eating that food as you can. So you're going to be considering, what does it look like? What does it sound like when you eat it? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it feel like? And you want to suspend your thinking and judgment. So if you got like a really sour grape or something like that, like just notice its sourness without judgment. And just enjoy the experience. So with that stated, if you have your food, we're going to go ahead and start with the exercise. So the first thing you want to do is look at the food, notice its texture, and notice its color. Now close your eyes if it's safe and appropriate, and explore the food with your sense of touch. What does the food feel like? Is it hard or soft? Is it grainy or sticky? Is it moist or dry? Before you put the food in your mouth, explore this food with your sense of smell. What do you notice? Is it a very fragrant type of food, or is it something that doesn't have much of a smell or scent? Take your first bite. You may want to hold the food in your mouth for a moment before you chew and notice how the food feels in your mouth. Once you begin chewing, chew very slowly, noticing the sensory experience of chewing and tasting. Suspend your thought and judgment and simply experience this food. As you chew, continue to notice the texture of the food. Is it soft, crunchy, crisp? Maybe it's smooth, creamy, or chewy. Perhaps the food has different textures. How does the food feel as you continue to chew it? Notice if the intensity of its flavor changes. Is it tart, tangy, sweet, or sour? Does the flavor change the more you chew? Take a few more seconds to very slowly finish this bite of food, being aware of the simple sensations of chewing and tasting. As you swallow the food, focus on how the food feels going down your throat. What sensations do you feel as you swallow the bite? Now take your second and last bite. As before, chew very slowly while paying close attention to the sensory experience of eating. Notice the texture of the food, the way it feels in your mouth. Notice the flavor and if the intensity of its flavor changes. Experience the sensations and movements of chewing and the sensations of swallowing. Take a moment to pay attention to the sensory experience of eating this food. Okay, so that concludes the mindful eating food meditation for nap time nutrition. Thank you again, Baby Bloom Nutrition, for inviting me. I'm always very happy to share mindfulness with people and help people find peace and have their mini vacations in their lives. I hope you find this information helpful. I encourage you to use this any way that you find helpful. So maybe you do a focused meditation like I was talking about, or maybe you just take pieces of this. Maybe you just eat a little bit more slowly. Maybe you just appreciate the flavor of the food, or maybe you do this for just a bite during, your first bite during a meal or a snack. So, you're welcome, Baby Bloom Nutrition. I'm happy to be here. So, use it as you feel however you feel it would be most helpful to you. So if you want to learn more about mindfulness and meditation, I do have a lot of information on my website. My website is joycarter.net, and I also have a Facebook page. It's Joyous Life. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this helpful, and have a wonderful day.